Good afternoon. Thank you for joining Oyo State today on BCOS television. I am Belumi Asende. The state government says it remains committed to accountability and transparency in the management of public funds, but insists that anti-corruption agencies must operate within the limit of the law. The State Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General Barrister Abiodun Aikomo stated this while featuring on the BCOS Current Affairs Yoruba program Kutu High. Our man, Bode Akinjala, monitored the program and files in the details as presented by Adebayo Abdurafi.
Tuesday's edition of the BCOS Live Current Affairs program Kutu High examined the Federal High Court judgment restraining the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, from proceeding with its planned investigation into the finances of the Oyo State government. Speaking on the program, the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice in Oyo State, Barrister Abiodun Aikomo, said the Nigerian Constitution clearly defines and limits the powers of public institutions. He stressed that while agencies such as the EFCC have statutory responsibilities, those powers must be exercised strictly in accordance with the Constitution and the rule of law.
Everybody in government knows that you are accountable. Government is about accountability. So the Oyo State government is not afraid of its books being reviewed by anybody. But what we were saying is that you cannot be breaking the law while trying to enforce the law. EFCC just made a blanket request for documents from the state government. And we consider that the request is not in accordance with the law. So we wrote to the EFCC to specify the documents they wanted, the specific allegations they were investigating, and we didn't get any response. So we went to court, and the court ruled in our favor to the effect that the request by EFCC was not in accordance with the law.
Barrister Aikomo explained that the Oyo State government approached the court after the EFCC allegedly failed to respond to its correspondence on the matter. He maintained that the state government has nothing to hide, adding that all contracts are awarded and executed in line with due process and established legal procedures.
If you must make a request, you must make that request in accordance with the law. The Constitution presumed that we are innocent. The Constitution gave us right against self-incrimination. So if you tell anybody, go and bring documents from 2000, all your documents from 2021 to date, what does that mean? What the law knows is we are investigating a case of XYZ against you. Consequently, please provide us 1, 2, 3 documents that are connected to the transaction. So it helps you to meet the case. But not, when you fish and tell people to go against their interest. That is not the way the law works, and that is our position.
The State Attorney General reassured residents that the state government remains committed to transparency, accountability, and strict compliance with due process in the execution of all public projects.
Another batch of over 1,000 retired primary school teachers and local government staff across the state has benefited from the state government's sustained payment of gratuities and death benefit. The beneficiaries received the entitlements during a ceremony held at the Local Government Staff Pension Board, State Secretariat, Agodi, Ibadan. BCOS correspondent Fidora Afolagwe now reports.
It was a moment of joy and relief for retired primary school teachers and local government staff in Oyo State as the government commenced the payment of outstanding gratuities and death benefits to another batch of retirees. The exercise brought together beneficiaries, government officials, and other stakeholders, reflecting the state's continued commitment to clearing outstanding retirement obligations. The payment follows Governor Seyi Makinde's recent approval of an increase in the gratuity payment fund from 2 billion naira to 3 billion naira, aimed at accelerating the settlement of retirees' entitlements. In his keynote address, the chairman of the Oyo State Local Government Staff Pension Board, Honorable Akim Ige, congratulated the beneficiaries and commended Governor Seyi Makinde for consistently fulfilling his promises to retirees since assuming office in 2019. He explained that the payment also covers retirees whose gratuities were outstanding before the present administration came into office, expressing optimism that the initiative would enable the next administration to inherit a cleaner pension record.
I came on board about two years ago, and I made 250 million naira. But His Excellency has passion for these retirees and on pension matters. So he increased it from 250 million to 500 million, from 500 million to 1 billion. And recently this year, he jacked it up from 1 billion naira to 3 billion naira.
In his opening remarks, the permanent secretary of the Oyo State Local Government Staff Pension Board, Town Planner Olufemi Akinwale, congratulated the beneficiaries and disclosed that the payment exercise would be extended to the geopolitical zones of the state to make the process more convenient. He urged the retirees to make prudent use of the funds and remain vigilant against fraudsters seeking to exploit them.
Our governor has graciously approved and has deposited a large sum of money towards this cause, that instead of 10%, the government will be contributing 12%.
Also speaking, the majority leader of the Oyo State House of Assembly, Honorable Sonjo Adedoyin, congratulated the beneficiaries, praised the pension board chairman for his dedication, and advised the retirees to invest their gratuities wisely for sustainable financial security.
Since the inception of this administration in 2019, this has become a recurring occurrence. We've had several experiences in the time past when this thing was not paid to the people. In spite of the